again. Alright, we starting in 4, 3, 2, 1, take off! Most important tournament in the world of Quake. Only a few can say this. Yes, bros, that's why I've been so happy the moment we made it happen, you know? Rockstar, okay. I didn't notice, you know, I just tried to focus. But I felt your energy, you know? I felt your energy. And yeah, maybe that made this moment happen, you know?
Once more into the breach here at Quakecon 2019, where it might feel like the end of all things with our championship match between k1llsen and k1llsen, but really it's the beginning of the first season of the QuakeProLeague. But we have to kick things off somehow, and what better way than with this clash of titans. This is going to be absolutely insane. It's too much excitement for me to be contained with myself. Fortunately, I've got everybody here to help out. Catch up. You've been in here for the long haul. You ready for this?
100%. And what really excites me is that no matter
Cheetah
what
is my
result we
favorite
have
animal,
in this
so
grand finals,
I'm really fine with that.
Ends. You know, k1llsen's been on the Quake Champions,
and I think I did make good use of it, right?
Mere 2 Quakecons ago, k1llsen had a result here that was definitely not up to the standards he had set for himself. And he pretty much just said to himself, right, I'm going to start playing by Quake Champions rules. The grind became more and more constant. He started doing better in online tournaments, and he started to place better in LAN as well. He's finally in a end of tournament stage. But I mean, let's look at k1llsen as well. k1llsen has been dying to get that #1 spot for a very long time.
Yeah. And this is potentially his opportunity. I mean, k1llsen, his legacy, amazing. k1llsen, first QuakeCon final ever, right? Like, you mentioned, and Jahar, like, no matter how the dominoes fall, this is
rocket
incredible,
launcher?
and there's an amazing story on both sides. And, you know, that is
80%
pretty incredible.
rocket launcher?
And also, if you would have told me that the
Really?
25-year-old version of me, you know, so many years ago, that like one day you would see these two players and you would potentially cover that, I would have told you were crazy. But damn, does it feel good that it is happening right now.
Yeah, I'm #1 Flea.
Yeah.
We changed places because I want.
At all upon these victories, because QuakeCon is something that is in the heart of all Quakers. So
A new rank, you know, table will be set up soon.
This has been between the two players over all the years. It's really going to be a mind game on many different levels.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think k1llsen really had some words of wisdom in his little interview there. There are so many players of such a high caliber in this tournament, which is part of why we see every LAN have slightly different results, just because we have so many people who,
maybe
you know,
some,
we don't have
some
somebody who's
calculation bug
exponentially
in
better
there,
than
and the
everybody
rockets.
else. The competition is incredibly fierce, and small differences in environment, in how you woke up today, and you know how much pulp you had in your orange juice that morning can define everything.
So look at experience, and it's no mystery to me that the two players that we have in our final set of the day have a lot of experience in time limit duel as well. The moment duel became strictly right, it's back to classics. It is time limit based. It's about constant control. It's about constant
I can't, Espanol.
Lo and behold, here comes k1llsen. You know, in the
I learned it a bit, you know, like 10 years ago, but I never used it, so I forgot about
we were
everything,
talking about it
bro.
backstage that one of k1llsen's greatest strengths is his ability to play unbelievable mind games. In game, out of game, before the matches.
But I love
matches,
the language,
he's
actually. I really love it.
About that, and I think that the layer of time allows him
I
to
hope
play
some people will
a
speak
mind
it
game
in Mallorca,
that
but
he
most
does
of the
better
guys
than
are German,
any other
right?
Quake player,
And
I
they.
believe.
So we keep
Do you know about the
mentioning,
next dates
we're gonna have to see
of
how that
tournaments
game
yet?
plays out. Mind games start as soon as they get on stage, and I think
I
they're
mean,
just
you know,
about ready
it's
to make
like
that happen. Let's see how
the
much spring they have in
timesheet
their step. We got k1llsen and
got.
k1llsen.
It's about the timesheet we got also. So yeah, of course, we know. At least, you know, for the next one. And it got leaked on Reddit also, right? I think. I want to see this monitor.
And of course, these guys are going to be shaking each other's hands, I'm sure. I'm sure, of course, yeah. All right, but of course, we've got k1llsen, we got Cooler. k1llsen, the cheetah. I was actually asking him about that
I
a
like
little
the
bit,
monitor stand because
about, you know,
it's
when
kind
you
of
can only
split, you know.
sprint, like,
The
for
monitor
a
stand
short
is
distance.
kind of split.
Or, I mean, considering the clip that we have all undoubtedly seen
So,
by now, I think like the
yeah, I lowered the volume a little more.
Oh no.
Ah, there it is. There it is, guys. There it is.
Now we've talked about combat skill throughout the course of the day in k1llsen.
And,
really, you know, one of the players that's like at the top of that pyramid, where he's very, very
Yeah,
methodical,
you know,
very,
I liked it. I like it more than the BenQ one I have at home here, you know.
where everything he does,
Because you
he
can
executes very
kind
well. When
of
the fight happens,
make it
he's
more
got the
useful, you know.
job pretty much every single time.
I think he's very positionally conservative as well, and he knows that he has to have that entry damage before he can justify going in for a fight, and I think he's one of the best people on the planet at countering.
We might
when
get you
that
there,
decision
Horse
is
Viro.
going to take place.
I'll let you know as soon as there is like official available.
That everybody should be looking out for, because these rails, I mean, people have definitely said it's greater than TOS in some instances of history.
And with Cooler, I mean, DJ, you can probably say more about Cooler than anybody else.
I don't like playing with keyboard on my lap.
I'm not gonna lie, Cooler is always.
I
been
like
one
it on the
of my
table.
favorite
I love it.
players, not only for what he demonstrates in game, but as we talked about, you know, his ability to play the mind game, and you know, he is one of my favorite Quake personalities.
No, it was actually the PCs we used at the practice area or the play day area, you know. So they just took PCs to the front. So we didn't have to set up new stuff or anything.
Maybe we'll tell a few others as well.
Thanks, Klaus Barco. Thank you very
This
much.
is a real treat to see this legacy match take place as the championship match here at QuakeCon 2019.
You can see as well, like the map picks that we got in front of us. There is a whole
No,
host
and
of
NBO.
for us. It looks like
My
straight
hands
away
were,
we're
you know,
getting
total
into
fine
the
actually.
champions.
I only had one match where I felt like really nervous, and that was the match versus the Hang, because I knew this could be also like a very important matchup. And
This is a 5-mapper. but
yeah, the first map I really was like nervous, and I tried to shut it down the next map.
It's so difficult to tell who's going to come.
And yeah, I made it work actually. It was Cooler's ban. My ban was on Vale.
He said it multiple times that Nyx is probably his favorite champion to play. He's really, really efficient with her. Cooler knows a thing or two as well. You know, when Quake Champions very first had its first World Championship 2 years ago, Cooler was one of the premier Nyx players, really forefronting that ghost walk to ambush style. You know, really playing by the game's rules, as I said earlier on. But Cooler got his head around it much earlier than most.
Danke, Niels. Moody. Thank you very much.
The maps. I've been put on the spot a few times here today, but now I get to turn the tables a little bit. Ketchup, how do you think this is going to throw down?
I've been asked predictions the first time, like every time, I swear. But not that it's a problem. I've
We
said it
planned
before.
it, by the way, backstage.
Yeah, I've said
that.
it before, but I really think in this instance, this for me is the hardest to call of the day. It is, as QuakeCon, as you would expect, you have to be a champion of champions to win the final match here. So many players here have titles across different Quakes, and even as Quake Champions is
Nein, danach, als ich zu Hause war, Crank. Just someone asking if I got a massage for sitting on these chairs, like before the final. But no, when I came home, you know, had a nice massage, you know, for sitting 11 hours on flight and for winning QuakeCon. Wie war dein Rückflug? Jetlag gut überstanden? Ja, ich deal noch ein bisschen damit, aber ja, also ich sollte morgen zum Urlaub, sollte ich fit sein. Hoffe ich.
But at the same time, you know, Cooler is someone who has consistently brought results. I think that, you know, in terms of what this year could represent for Quake, that this is someone who has been chasing that dream for a very long time and, you know, has it in his grasp. I'm gonna go Cooler.
All right, Zoot.
Wow, what?
So hard.
Wow.
I mean,
You let me down, Weed?
right?
Really?
Cooler did get the 2-0 in the group stage. I mean, we've been having this data to go on, and it's definitely not.
We'll meet again, man.
what we've been
We'll
seeing
meet
in all
again.
Our prize matches.
That's
I
true.
think beforehand, I've got to go with what I was telling myself yesterday. I think k1llsen's going to take it in a really close series, but it's going to be an absolute nail biter, and yeah, nothing more.
No,
I'm
it
not sure.
it was
Well,
like
this is where
spectator
one time
settings
I would
was
be
viral.
Totally fine being wrong. Because as I mentioned,
Likewise.
either result is a treat here. And, you know, is
No, it was
very
alright,
easy.
Almighty. It was alright. Everyone been sitting on the same chairs, so it's just nothing to bother with. Seriously.
K1llsen and Cooler, and this is a little bit surreal. For the first time in my life, I get to introduce DJ Wheat and Zoot as our
Yum yum.
casters.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Zoot, I hope that casting Quake is a little like riding a bike.
You're a natural.
But, if it's okay, I just want to take a moment, and I apologize if I get emotional here, but I recently got inducted into the Esports Hall of Fame. And thank you.
For a reason, man. For a reason.
But that would have never happened without Quake. And so really that
Amen.
award goes to id Software and John Carmack and every player and every person that loaded up Shoutcast and every person that made OSP and it's there because I wouldn't be here without Quake. And so thank you. This is an honor.
Let's do this, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do this, DJ. We have got
For a
players
reason, man.
ready to
Yeah,
get
he's-
into
he's-
games,
he's
so I think we
awesome.
need to jump over to our versus video.
Let's do it. I mean,
All right,
the
we
championship
starting.
Matchup, you know, we said Rafa Razy would be good, but this one, there are so many layers to this. I'm so excited for us to kick off here.
I mean, it looks like the game is getting started at the moment. We have got Cooler and k1llsen in the server. Cooler on the Anarchy. Gotta watch out for the next, already climbing above. 15 points of health. Which way is he gonna guess? Because it looks like we might have first blood in just a moment.
Yeah, that was not how Cooler really wanted to start things off.
Oh.
And there's a big rail coming in from
Yeah,
k1llsen.
I just listened that
Caught
moment
just a
and
pixel
caught
of
him
and
there.
that was
I
enough
knew
to
he's
get
gonna
that
be
first
super
frag up
weak.
on the board, and that was within the first 30 seconds.
How could he fight that?
If I was k1llsen, I imagine the smile on my face because that is a fantastic way to start this best of 5.
You've got the Nyx as well. You can play a slow game if you need to, but again, versus the Anarchy, it's a really thin line between the safety and danger. k1llsen's now going to back off, and although Cooler's down, look at the stack all of a sudden he's accumulated.
Yeah.
k1llsen's got to get out of here.
And I mean, that's why a Quake, especially when we've gone now to the time
Oh
limit.
yeah,
that's a
this
beautiful
was so
rail from
unfortunate.
Cooler,
I thought
to
he's
tie things
gonna
up
make the
1-1
move
on the
through
board.
rail
No
area.
conversion going to be there for him,
So-
but we'll see what he does. You know, we
Yeah, I
mentioned
kinda
earlier,
went
this game is
too
not over until
uncarefully.
that clock says 10 minutes and you hear the buzzer. And Cooler knows that, and k1llsen knows that. And here we go, another LG exchange here in the middle. A missed rail coming out by Cooler, and he's just going to use that opportunity to disengage and set up once again. He needs to stack up. Neither of these guys looking like they're super in shape for a fight.
Yeah, Cooler though, without any of that light
I could
armor
fought
that he
that
can get near
position
Mega, he can
because
easily
I
step
had
up. He's gonna find there's someone there
green
already
armor
holding
in
the
my back,
position. This light
so
should
I knew
spawn in
I've been in a
second.
good situation
And
there.
he's probably fairly thankful that k1llsen didn't decide to push onto him. If k1llsen had maybe that light armor timing, he probably would have gone for that.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he had a general idea of where Cooler was, but you're right. The one thing that you don't want to do is take fights that, you know, are going to catch yourself by surprise.
Nice rail by
Great
Cooler,
rail from Cooler coming
but
off
it
of that jump
didn't
pad,
matter
and
about
I
the
think
stacks.
those
I've been
little
still been
punt and passes
in a
is
bit of
exactly what he
advantage.
needs to just try to regain control. You can see, big exchange right
And
here.
this was just,
And
like,
it was
perfectly
a
played.
self-rocket that put him down low enough for k1llsen to be able to pick that one up, and that makes it 2-1 for k1llsen.
k1llsen with the aggressive Nyx Ghost Walk plays. That's a really brave move to make, because if it doesn't pan out, you're in a lot of trouble. So k1llsen ready to be aggressive, ready
Yeah,
to
two
land
very-
some more rockets,
very
and
good
he's gonna
rockets here.
increase that lead.
Yeah, quick rain of rockets coming down from the mid-tier.
He should have
and
been
that's gonna
more
enough of
careful
that
about that
third frag,
situation,
and
you know?
this is a
Like not
great
immediately
position
dropping
for
down,
a
more
player
like
to be in
try
this
to do
point.
damage.
We have another LG exchange.
Perfect weapon choice
I
there
feel like
to
there
finish
was
him off. Nothing
like
he could have
brief
done that
of
moment.
hesitation there, and I mean he was low. The chances of k1llsen getting that kill were high, but that's something you don't normally see from Cooler.
No, indeed. He's usually a little bit more reserved. He's the one who's got some of the top defensive games in the business. But now playing Anarchy, it does tempt you to be a little more aggressive.
He was actually lucky I ran out of rockets. Otherwise, I would have pushed top. And I also been missing a lot that moment. So
right
he's
now,
been,
3
you know,
frags down. Cooler
going too
needs
far
to
there.
find a place to stack. We talked about trying to hit some of those, you know, hit some of those.
And he was about to get advantage, and I just, you know, hit the rail, hit the tri-bolt, and he's almost not able to fight this heavy anymore.
You know, try to tie this game back up, but there's the Ghost Walk, and there will be a disengage, and k1llsen just going to hang back, and he's playing very smart, and I think, you know, very calculated at this point.
Cooler was worried for a second. He had to use his injection in order to get his health up because it was low. But we've got to fight over the mega health. k1llsen's got to back off a little bit. He's not quite railable, but he's to be critically
I had
low
to
if he
take
gets hit
away
by
armor of him.
Cooler,
That was
after
like the
being in
most
trouble at
important
the
part
heavy,
there.
All of a sudden, the game was flipped on its head from even 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, and I saw that jump. Cooler was still looking for that rail. It wasn't going to happen, but, you know, every opportunity is going to be one they're going to look at taking. That one rail could have completely changed everything had it.
Now
hit,
I wonder why
now
he
we've
didn't
got
attack
k1llsen
Mega like
who's
a bit
on the run
quicker.
there. The light spawns, fires
could have
the
been
rocket
there
launcher,
earlier.
barely misses, but a super fantastic rail coming out from k1llsen on the defensive. Another one, and that's what's going to make it probably not only
And again,
difficult,
no
but
armor.
It's frustrating,
Yeah,
right?
it's frustrating because now he can't actually push in as easily.
Right.
He had so many resources before, now he's got to go back to the grind, get the control, make sure this heavy is clean. And if he takes damage around
And
the
now,
corner, look at
all
that
armor
combo.
gone again.
Beautiful rocket rail combo, and Ghost Walk is up. Like he is sitting in a very, very good position right now. He is dictating where Cooler has to go on the map and saying, no, you own this part, but I'm going to own this other 70%. And that's exactly what he wants to do.
And he wants to keep out for the
And now
rest
I
of
have
the game,
advantage,
so
right?
Cooler's
So,
gotta play those
going
map
there,
games, gotta play the puzzle
shoot
where
him
it's Quake,
once,
try and find his way in.
and
It's
finish.
another
Heavy
one,
up.
though. These
And
aggressive
I have
Ghost
full
Walk plays are
control
just
round.
Unbelievable. If it doesn't work out, you've got nowhere to go. I'm amazed that k1llsen is showing us his courage.
I mean, when you've got the frag advantage, I think that, you know, frankly, you should be making those types of moves. Another fantastic rail is he's just sitting on
Better position for me here.
Pull out his LG, try to wrap it
Like
up.
a bit.
Can't finish that
Take away
off.
his armor,
Wasn't
you know.
within
He
death
just
range
has
anyway,
almost
but,
nothing anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you know, k1llsen, I think, has the room, has a little bit of room to just be able to be a little riskier. That's
Oh yeah, I wanted to pick up heavy first and then go in this, but I, you know, failed it a bit.
Against the Ghost Walk, but he wanted to pick up the heavy
That was
armor
quite a
just
dangerous
before
moment for
he
me,
gives
actually.
Cooler just a couple of extra resources, and these are the small differences that can help Cooler make the comeback that he's looking for. Now he's got the mega health, he's got a stack advantage, k1llsen's got no Ghost Walk. If there's a time for Cooler to get a frag, it's
Yeah,
it's
this
pretty
was
much now,
just, you
even
know, he
with that
wasn't
rail.
careful enough.
Every single time that we see, you know, Cooler getting that point where it's like, okay, now I can go in. And k1llsen always manages to hit that one rail. Here we have a fight near the jump pad. k1llsen says,
I
want
almost
none, and
failed
gets
this
out there
again.
with the Ghost Walk, and we'll find a better position and which to attack. There's a nice rail from Cooler trying to bring it back, but he doesn't really have the follow-up. Even with Ghost Walk down, that would have been a perfect opportunity, but just wasn't in a position to do so.
He's managed to at least get the mega without taking damage, and I mean, you've been spot on. k1llsen
100.
always got these
No
crazy
armor.
rockets. As soon as Cooler's trying to
Wow.
catch any kind of plan, he cannot catch a break. It's still 2 seconds till here. This is really dangerous for k1llsen.
It is, and Cooler got the better of that exchange there. We're going to see some health pickups from k1llsen. Waiting for Cooler to come in. He's going to Ghost Walk immediately to get out of there. Cooler's on him, though. Will back off for a moment, but I mean, k1llsen's playing a super smart game. And when you have
And
that frag
this
lead,
moment,
and when
I
there's
had to be
only 3
careful
minutes
to
left,
not fall
this
too
is
much
how
into
I think he
defensive
should be
play,
playing it out.
because that
He's
moment
really
you lose
hoping he
like
can get that Ghost Walk
everything
to
on the
the
map,
top
right?
as
So
soon as possible.
I had
There's a
still
whole
had to
bunch of
make
hourglasses
some peaks
here,
and
there's a
everything,
couple over the other side
which
of the
was
map,
like
but
really important to
with
make
the
him
mega
feel,
health up
you
to
know,
10
not
seconds, I wanted
comfortable
to
enough.
kind of create a barrier between himself, between the item and Cooler. Cool's gone the other
Now
way, so
all
this
I'm
could
looking for
not
is
work
like
out
a
the way
green
he
armor.
intended.
I know that the rail green is up, but I wasn't sure about his
That
position.
heavy,
Now I
to
knew.
get this up, Cooler will grab it. He
I
now
knew he's
is
gonna
probably the
rush
most stacked that
heavy,
he's been in this matchup.
expecting
And this is
me
where
to
k1llsen
go there.
finds those miracle rails to put him back in his
But I
place.
got my
But
green,
this
which I
time
wanted, you know?
might be the first time that a Cooler got both power-ups and now has a little bit more map control than he's had in the first 7 minutes.
While Cooler's trying to look for the kill, he's been caught off guard, and that's going to be
Yeah,
k1llsen
just,
slipping
you know,
away with that
70
heavy on a
damage
very sneaky play, but incredibly
without
intelligent from
without
k1llsen.
doing too
Now
much
he'll
there.
set up, potentially look for a grab on the Mega. And it
Now
is
for me,
there.
better position here.
LG Cooler
He had no
almost
armor
immediately.
before,
Looks
I
like
knew.
He's got this Cooler very, very low, and there it is. The rail to make it 6-1 with 2 minutes left on the clock.
I think now he's going to try and make this a formality. Can he play that
Yeah,
defensive
now,
game?
of
He
course, I
starts
knew
to
about
see
heavy
that k1llsen's
timing.
happy to leave
I
the
don't
items
wanna
to
wanna
Cooler.
overextend that moment, you know.
Just to
I
set up
might
some
could have
traps later
went
on,
more
but now
aggressive
he's
in
gonna
there,
start doing it in order
but
to be defensive
I
and
wanted to
slow the
cap,
game
you know,
down to a
some
halt.
distance
Yeah, that
between
was a
him and
great
me
bait there at the
to
heavy.
still being able
Well,
at points
and
taking
Cooler knew
advantage
something
like
was
I
up.
have
We saw that
again
first
right now.
rocket mix because Cooler just danced around it, and now LG
Missing
ready to face,
first
but once
rocket
again,
there,
Ghostwalk
kinda
being a good
unfortunate.
choice
I knew he's
here,
only on LG right now
on
at this
multiple
point.
falls for exactly that
And
reason.
rail.
And, you know, you have
And
to
these
start thinking
moments
about the fact
are
that with
so
5 frags, there is another
missing
one
that
for
one
Cooler,
rocket. He
but
dodged it well,
with
right?
About a minute,
But
10 seconds left. Can you make
so
up the 4 frags
unfortunate, you know,
difference?
running
I
out
think
of
that's
ammo
gonna be
there.
tough.
Otherwise, he would have been dead actually. He wouldn't have time to shot a rail.
Opportunity now for Cooler to pick up maybe 2 kills while this
Yeah.
Ghost Walk is on cooldown. That's why it's so dangerous for k1llsen to have missed out on that frag. As we say, if there's still time left, anything is possible.
His rocket
Nice
also
bounce
was
rocket,
so
couldn't follow
good
with
that
the
moment.
mid-air. Real close though. We've been seeing a lot of those today. Rail through the telly, but it is not going to hit.
And yeah, at this point he
k1llsen
needed to
once
go
again just
really,
on
really
point with his
aggressive.
rockets. And, I'd have
I
to
knew
say
heavy
in
was
terms of
up. I
just,
wasn't
like,
sure about
who is
what
looking
he
really
is going to
fantastic
do.
on Molten Falls.
And I knew
Obviously,
about
Fritz
Mega
with the
next.
frag lead, you can tell, but k1llsen
So
is
I just
playing
made my
a
decision
remarkable
based on that situation. And this moment I just wanted to deal as much damage as possible, so he's not able to rush freely, roaming around the map and everything. It worked, paid off. Another rail. He can't do anything right now.
Hitting those rails, slowing him down at the
And
end
yeah,
of the game.
that
Yeah,
was
I think you
just
play
enough to make it up.
Kind of mentally start preparing yourself for the next game. You know, 5-game series, a best of 3. You know, you have to pace yourself, especially 2 championship caliber players like this. And k1llsen will take game number 1 here on Molten Falls, 6-3.
I think it's all about those rails, those.
How do you
rockets
think
that he
Molten
was
compares to
landing
Blood
just
Run?
as Cooler felt comfortable with the control he was building up. He was immediately
It's
shut
yeah,
down
you
and
can't
wasting 30
you
seconds
can't
at a
really
time.
compare it.
was
It's
pretty much flawless for
just way
k1llsen
too
in the
big,
first
way
experience.
too
Yeah,
different
now,
build up.
you know,
I mean,
as
of
just
course, you have the
mentioned,
mega
the best
health
of
and
5,
heavy
you
armor
just have
spot.
to, like, mentally reset, right?
You
We
can
talk a lot
compare
about
it
how
kinda
when a
to
best of
Blood
5
Run,
happens
but
and both
still
players
not,
split
because
maps, you know,
there
it
are
basically
3
becomes
different
the best of 5, right?
ways
So,
to
you
approach.
always are just kind of
And
like playing the game you need to play. When it gets to
Depending
match
on the
point,
stack
it's
you
a
have,
little bit
depending on the
scary and
champion
dirty,
you
but,
you both
here's the
playing,
highlights from the matchup.
it
What you're
it
gonna
just
see
can be
here, in
so
my opinion,
different.
is just
On
some
Blood Run,
fantastic
that
predictive
situation is kind of
rockets from
always the
k1llsen,
same
but
at points, you
also,
know.
again, we talk
So
about those,
it's very different,
you know, I
especially
would just-
fighting
I would
Anarchy,
just say
who
establishing
might be
rails,
able
right?
to just
rails
come
that
up
let you
out of
maintain
nowhere
map
because of his
control,
speed,
rails that
and
make
you're
Cooler
just
in
not
this
being
case
ready for
do
those
things that
moments,
he
you know.
doesn't necessarily want to do, but what he has to do in order to try to
Exactly.
make it.
And I think those Ghost Walk attacks as well. He took a gamble with those. It paid off every single time. High risk, high reward.
Yes, it
And,
was.
k1llsen
Oryx,
reaping the
it
benefits
was.
here in map 1.
Like
I mean, do you
adapted
think that
to
as,
Cooler's
you
gameplay.
know, as we,
That's all
you know,
I did, you
players
know.
improve and evolve and the meta constantly
While he
changes,
felt
right?
really
Like,
comfortable
seeing
playing
things
me
like the orb being
because
used
he
in
won
unique
the
ways,
first
flame
matchup,
being used in unique-
but
it-
you know, losing that
makes me
matchup
excited
also
about the
made me more
possibilities as
comfortable
these players
playing
find
him,
more
you
than
know.
aim, more than
Yep.
map control.
And I
Now
think he
another way to kind
kinda
of,
underestimated
dominate the
that, you
You've
know.
got to be able to use your imagination as a player to understand what kind of situations can the player conjure.
Yeah,
with the
you
champion
know,
that's
I'll
playing
always
against. Now, just
favor
really
round
grind,
duel
little practice, and again,
because of the fresher
shout out to
idea
the amount
behind.
of effort these guys
I
put into
like
their
playing
back
new
half.
things,
Everyone has
right?
seen it. These guys know how to grind, know how to
But yeah,
prepare
I don't mind.
championship
I'll keep,
matches
you know,
like this.
whatever it is in the end.
And
I will
Loki
keep
is going to
trying
be
my
the
best
next
at all.
matchup. And here we go, 3, 2,
That's how I
1,
roll.
fight. We're in in this game.
Okay.
K1llsen
Right now here, this move by Cooler wasn't a mistake at all, actually. He just couldn't hit as much as he wanted, and my machine gun kind of was pretty good there. And yeah, when he used the orb, he had no escape anymore. No escape. And yeah, I just took advantage of exactly the orb use.
But it's just not working for him at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to imagine that is
His
how
rockets
Cooler
were
wants to
crazy
play,
here.
on a map like this, and your
And
ability
I
to
actually
play
couldn't dodge
defensively
these
with the
rockets at
rocket
all.
launcher,
Like, he
with the
always
ray,
did damage there.
You know, it is in exact, it is indirect
Okay, so
conflict
let's
with
see. I have
Starkey
rail,
with
he
Quakecon.
doesn't, but he has like the map advantage, right? Like controlling the items right now at this point, because I only have a bit of extra HP, right? But I knew he's gonna try something. He's gonna try something. I knew at that moment. And yeah, almost took away all of his advantage that moment.
Yeah. We're going to see the orb come out. Cooler's coming in from the side. LG's come out. Cooler does have
Took
the
off
health
all his
advantage
ammo there.
here, but we're going to see k1llsen
Hit
who
another rail.
had a great game of staying away, right? He knows when he needs to.
Too bad I
disengage
couldn't hit
from
that
the
flick.
matchup. And
Would have
frankly, we
been
just haven't
would have
seen
been
the
crazy to
control
hit
from
that,
Cooler
you
to
know.
see how he's going to handle those situations.
But I knew, okay, let's, you know, let's relax. He still has no rail, so he can't just peek me. It's not possible. He needs to get rail first. He's still not going for it. But he's only playing for Mega, so it was kinda okay for me. Here, even giving up the Mega health free.
Opportunity to control both, but here we go. Nice rail from Cooler, going to be tying it up at 1 minute and 40.
But there he goes. That was, for me, that moment was kinda unexpected, because I didn't knew at all that moment he had a rail.
Once again.
And
now,
yeah.
finally, he is the hunter for the first time in this
Two
series.
100
Some
damage
great
rockets,
defensive rockets once again,
those
and
being
that
like
is where k1llsen is
really
shining.
important. And I knew about my damage, and that's why I rushed that moment so hard. Even surviving with only 1 HP would have been a double kill, you know, that moment, but
Yeah, I mean, rockets have been
better
destroyed. There's
advantage,
another
100
direct
damage rocket,
from k1llsen,
just a bit
and
more,
Cooler
yeah.
has he's
Just,
got
you know, the
caught by
first
those
rocket
several
went
times in
fully
this particular
into my
matchup.
way.
3-1
I knew about
to
his
his
lower
first
stack
second.
here.
Going
I
to the
wonder
top
why
corner
he
of
rushed
the
through
matchup
teleported,
once
to be
again,
fair.
and it will be another
But,
kill
yeah.
for k1llsen. He is looking on fire.
I mean, he's just showing how much he wants it at the moment, how much he wants to lift up that belt. All the trials and tribulations.
Thanks,
getting
Phoenix.
himself over here,
Yeah.
showing such a phenomenal performance.
Yeah,
on the
I knew
final
his
stage.
stack.
The
You know,
LG
I knew my
once
stack.
again, he's
I
looking
I know
down
my aim.
5-1, finds the
So,
rail, the
also,
score is
yeah,
so
he did
painful.
underestimate
In just
that
the
moment.
3 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these fights that have been taken, you know, and that one, the Mega was picked up in the middle of the battle, and, you know, like, had some of these power-ups not been here in these situations, Cooler would be winning, but it is k1llsen who has kind of been dominating the map.
I knew about his
and as he
reposition
double
there.
jumps across a beautiful rocket.
He needed
grabs that
something,
light
right?
As well, 6-1 now in this matchup.
k1llsen's got to read. When someone just knows what you're doing.
No,
I
it's the
feel
first
like
time I'm
k1llsen's
fully
every
watching these.
idea. Cool's having trouble, he's
Yeah,
walking along, he's
he
not
didn't
looking
expect
over
me
at the
to
connected
still be
position.
there.
He's got
He thought
25
like
points
I'm
out
up on
distance
heavy,
through the window.
but I
Not
knew
quite.
he's gonna
Yeah,
think
not
that,
quite.
and
He's
act,
picked
you
up
know,
by
just
k1llsen.
played
He's got
to
that
that
5
super
frag
well.
lead. There's still a lot
I knew he
of
needs
time
some, he
left in
needs
this
some more
particular
to, you know,
matchup.
get
Man,
healthy
great rail
again.
Once again, coming up by k1llsen, gonna throw out some Firebolt bursts as well, and there is the Mega.
Nice
for
push
once
by him
again,
here.
Complete control of
This was
map.
like a really
And,
good move, to be fair.
it is just incredibly rare to see.
I just tried to dodge his LG there.
Well, again, it's that control play that you need to get a hold of. Now, rail, Cooler wants to go back now for the heavy armor. He does land a really good rail shot. He gets the armor, but he's still vulnerable. He doesn't have
I
the
had to
orb
be careful at
jump
this
away, but
situation.
manages to find that 25 health bubble.
Didn't
And it's
hear
gonna
his
go
rocket
towards
jump
the
actually,
now.
but
There
I
could be a
expected
chance for
something, you
Cooler,
know.
And that one rail through the teleporter is what builds
Well,
it.
what I'm trying now is, you know, get some stack again, take a better position the way it's possible these moments. Still dangerous positions, because he has like the main position. But I still, you know, kept myself some options, like over all the time here. Really good rocket damage there. And he used this orb too late. He used it too late. And so it was easy for me to predict that moment.
We are about to hit the halfway point in this matchup. And like the pressure has to be getting heavier and heavier on ammo.
Thanks, Iceberg.
Could you expect this? Would you expect? Did you expect this? shall I
He
say?
needs rockets now, I think.
It is. And
I knew about
think
it.
You kinda said
Yeah,
it,
he
is
picked
that,
it up.
like, I
That's
think
all right.
Cooler wants
He
to
knew
play
about the
aggressive
heavy
game. I don't
timing.
think Killson's letting him, and it's
But
sort
for
of
some
playing
reason,
right
he
in
let
his
me
hands
took
once
it like
again,
freely,
taking a battle,
and he took so
is
much
not
damage
gonna be
already
able to
that
pull
moment.
off.
And
Some
yeah,
great LG
I
work
just needed
finishing
to
up the
finish him there.
rocket. And once again, he's back up 100-100 and ready to find that conversion frag again.
I heard he's down there, so I knew about my position. Just to deal a bit of damage, because I heard he was picking up the green. Now he has a good position to fight this heavy, so I had to be really careful. And yeah, wasn't careful enough and got killed here.
That is exactly it. Like, you know, Cooler could be down 15-0, and he's not gonna, you know, he's not gonna GG you. He's gonna keep playing until, you know, he knows it's done. And I think that persistence is what his.
So
made
now
him
I
a
had to
strong
play
player
around
over
Cooler
his,
here,
you know, 15
because he had like all the
years
items.
career in
Really
Quake.
good rocket here, which already almost equals the stacks here at this moment. And I really knew about his stack right now, that I might be able to peek here at heavy.
So there it is. Overstack.
See?
And Killson is always in that position to punish.
I mean, it's like, is he actually getting power-ups? Because
Good
the
rail by
moment that
Cooler.
he does,
Too
there's
bad
a
I've been
rail,
missing there.
That he is swallowing, and those slugs do not taste good.
Wow.
There's
Another really good rail there.
this time from Cooler's side, and that's what he needs to be hitting. He needs to be hitting 10 times more.
And
the,
this move was
if he can.
unexpected for him to go so aggressive into that situation. But then he read me well, and yeah, finished me.
That was the aggression that we expect to see. There.
Another rail hit, another one, and I was like, oh fuck, I can't let this happen. I should gotta keep going, guys. Should gotta keep going, focus.
He's gotta regain a stack as he does right there. Killson did get
And
the
now
light as well.
we
But
back,
this is why
you
he
know,
also
we
cannot
kinda
feel like,
back.
oh, I've got a 7 frag lead. And
Yeah,
there's
of
4
course, we're
minutes
having
left.
only
This is-
Tribald and
we
LG,
got this, no
but I know
problem.
about my aiming right on LG. It's working. Tribald can do quite some unexpected damage, and he took so much
I think
damage
he
here,
really
this
wanted
moment.
to, but you know what? That was the first time I've seen him be really reserved in this matchup. You know,
Good machine gun damage by me. I
think
should have
he might
went
have been
even
able to
more
get it,
into
but
that.
it's probably the smarter thing
And I
to
knew
do.
he's
You
been
don't
weak
want that
there.
lead to get
I
any
just
further,
knew in
and
that
Killson
moment.
brings it back to his side, 9-4.
And yeah, you know, just like I said, focus back again. And yeah,
Watch out going through elbow. Mega's
now he's the one again, running after me.
He might have to just back up and follow Cooler's lead.
It is the king versus the cheetah, but the cheetah is the one who seems to be doing the hunting today. We're about to hit the 8-minute.
Oh, my rockets here was so good. Was like 2 100 rockets, 120 damage. I was really happy to have made it work. You know, that's at least an equal kill there.
Getting the light.
Otherwise, would have been tough actually to keep advantage. You know.
Yeah, Killson's definitely not unhappy about a neutral frag.
Yeah.
Definitely beats just making that lead being lost.
Might actually be a moment to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, well, you
But
know,
you've got to go and collect the weapons a little bit. You want to establish some kind of control on the map.
So now I only have LG tribal rockets, so I had to fight, you know, exactly with these weapons. Cooler didn't know about my exact position, and maybe even missed time to AWP a bit, like, you know, when to really use it.
you know, where Cooler's aggressive.
And now
really,
time is
really
running.
can't shine.
He
Like, you
needs
know, like, I have
to push
nothing to
badly.
lose by being aggressive, and then it works out for you. That's a phenomenal feeling. But 5 frags, 1 minute.
Good
that's
rail.
gonna be, you know, next to impossible here. Cooler did land that rail. Killson now armorless, heading over to light, and lands another nice defensive rocket.
For
Cooler
some
misses
reason,
that
he's
rail
dropping
on
down
follow-up,
there.
And I don't know if Cooler's going to be able
But
to
I knew
put
about
someone
mega
on the
timing. I picked it up
scoreboard here.
before,
Already be thinking
and
about-
yeah, and also knew about the heavy, right? And this rail really made good use there. Took away his advantage. And again, now it's, you know, kinda the same almost. Now I knew I have the advantage on my side now. Amos should be around the same.
Which would just be an astounding victory if you were to take this 3-0. But you know, we got Blood Run coming
And
up
yeah.
next, and who knows what could happen there. In our final
I knew
moments
I'll just,
of
you know,
this
keep
game
running
here,
around now.
as
time is
always,
almost
players gonna be,
over, and
playing
everything
out here as
fine.
go into the
We
final
got second map,
seconds, and k1llsen is going
and
to be
now,
picking
you
up
know,
the second
we gotta
matchup,
focus even harder.
here in
Third map,
in this
we wanna
final.
win this. We wanna win the
Such
final
strong
clean,
plays
right?
from k1llsen. He's
And
deserving
yeah,
all of it right now. That means he's taking his own
try
map,
to
he's
forget
taking Cooler's
what
map.
happened first
And
map.
now
Try
we
to
are
forget
gonna
what
be
happened
moving over
second
to
map.
Blood Run.
Next map is
That's
going to
his,
be on a different paper
against his
again.
father,
It
I
starts
think
off
he
the
said
beginning,
in his intro.
and
I don't know if it's
just
Cooler's father as well.
focus.
It's close family for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
Cooler was
which
basically
headset have you
born on that
used
map.
on the finals?
I
Earbuds, man.
honestly
Earbuds
feel, yeah, some of my
under
most
the big one.
memorable, Cooler games are on ZTN31. And,
Breath of fresh air, man.
You know, we've mentioned also some of the mind games, and honestly, like,
Thank
maybe
you.
the mind
Nice,
games
nice.
being played against
Thank you
Cooler
very much
today,
for
but,
believing, for your focus.
I've seen him do some incredible things. Players have reported by saying it is so frustrating to play him on that map. Now, this is, you know, this is during the Quake 3 days, some of the Quake 4 days, but I think that.
And
those
also,
skills
thanks
do
for all the
translate
follows.
pretty well
Welcome,
here
guys. If you're
over
here,
this
like,
version.
you know, new.
And,
Thank you
know,
very much. I appreciate
if
it a
he
lot.
wants to hold on to
And
that belt, if he wants his name on that
yeah,
belt,
I mean, it would
he's
be nice
gotta
to see you more
start,
often, right?
The winning parade right here, and Blood Run's a great way to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. We do get to see some of the highlights. Is that the double kill? Or not quite over at the portal on this occasion, but it was a brilliant read from him that we had here. You know, I'm not counting out Cooler though.
Oh no.
He's
Yeah, they actually do
absolutely one of
for
the
test.
strongest,
They actually do. And
players
even, you know, earbuds
mentally,
block
in
some
terms of
noise already.
experience and in terms
So
of
it's
land
kind of double
presence,
blocking, you know?
and he needs to work his way back into it.
Yeah, he does. As we see the final moments. There were some great.
Cyril, thanks for the
Like,
resub.
damn,
Welcome
all
back to the k1llsen fam. Thank you very much.
You know, so both players playing good, and we talked a little bit earlier about it because you know it comes down to like, does one of these players want it more? You know, and I
Oh, nice to hear,
that's a
Timon.
hard
Nice to
question
hear.
to argue,
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
question
I appreciate
to answer,
that.
But I do think k1llsen kind of making this declaration after the first major, you know, Quake
Bonch,
Champions
thank you,
tournament
man.
at Quakecon a few years ago, and then putting the time and the effort into doing that.
Yeah, you know, but
getting the results you got
I
at the
wouldn't
group
say Cooler
stage,
looked pathetic and helpless, you know.
this is
I've
that's his
just been
strength,
going
right? Being right
just
here
the
in that
right
seat,
ways
potentially being
to
too
fight
low.
against his kind of
So
style,
passionate
you know.
about it as well.
Yeah.
So
You see him with his results
he
at
needed to
other
change
lands,
change
he's
up his
losing
mind
early on
to
in the
play
tournament. You
me.
can see how
And yeah, just
down he gets
underestimated
from that. You can see his
my
elation when
abilities
he's
to
winning.
change the
Always
play
someone
style.
You can see his emotions so clearly on camera.
Yep. And here we go. It is going to be Blood Run, and k1llsen is going to be DK.
Heracles, thank you,
We got
man.
Visor
Thank
for
you.
Cooler. And, I think it's pretty interesting to see that Visor on Cooler. I would never want to have Cooler know where I'm at, considering that he probably already knows. But here we go. First exchange happens right away. k1llsen going to fall down.
Yeah,
to hit that
he's
rail.
again
Doesn't
going for
have it, but
quite a
he still
huge
follows
risk.
up with the
But
kill.
yet,
And
you know,
once
the
again,
weapon
for the third
advantage.
game
But
in a row,
I did hit my
on the board
ability
first.
like really well. I knew about the damage, and I knew I only have the option now to shoot machine gun to finish him off.
It's kind of
Because with rail, it would have been kind of risky, you know. If you miss that shot, it's tough. I still knew about my rocket advantage, so I kept staying there.
And those direct rockets
He can't
themselves have
just
been
blindly
bad
rush me
news
there.
for Cooler
And
all
that's why I kept
long.
being
He'll
there
find himself in that armor.
spot.
But having that one frag on the board on Blood Run is a big advantage. Here we go, chasing with that LG.
Yeah,
And somehow manages to
these
get
rockets
away,
actually
picks up the
been
225
insane,
back
to
up
be
100.
fair.
And we
Like,
kinda
how could you
reset
hit
as,
these
Megan's
rockets
coming up.
one after another, and then in the end one more 100? I knew my stack is better than his now,
Into some control. There's a heavy up in a moment, and Cooler's left thinking.
and
oh,
I knew he wants to have some armor for sure.
Yeah, those defensive
But he made a good
rockets,
move
you see
going
defensive
all the
rockets
way
all the
back the
time,
jump
right?
pad.
We're
I
gonna
didn't
see
hear at
100
all.
damage direct defensive
But I
rockets.
heard when he went up here, right?
I've
Like
seen
this
a
area,
lot of- yeah,
and
exactly. I've
that's
seen
what I
100
heard.
pop up on k1llsen's screen so many times just in this series.
So now I had to
and
be
throughout the
careful to
weekend.
not lose control
It's
this
pretty
moment.
impressive. Gotta be happy about that.
And these tribal shots
the
just,
timing
you
that
know.
he's got on it, he's got such a read. I don't think I've seen k1llsen playing like this before, and I've seen a lot of games.
Just
from him.
taking away his
He's at
armor
the
again,
moment
he
in this
just said,
tournament,
right?
And what a time to be doing that.
And here we go. We might have a meet up right here.
I
in the
knew about the
corner. They
option.
do.
He's
They
being up
exchange some
there.
Rockets gonna have a second volley coming out.
But I
Once
wasn't
again,
scared to
wow,
go
that
through, right?
just- oh
And
my
then the
God.
finishing rail, yeah,
Making
just
his way
on
over the
point.
mega spot.
I wanted to
Cooler gonna
respawn there,
teleport and
at
a
least
rail to put
respawn
himself
damage
up
there.
at
He knew mega timing, which is alright. He did so much damage here, which was really unexpected for me. But then, being ready with the finishing rail here, I knew about the small armor. And this gives me a better position to fight him.
But k1llsen showing that his reactions are not slowed down at all. Really, really unreal rails.
He could have pushed it even harder, but I think he wasn't sure like about my stack there. So you know, he tried to take a better position first. He got me quite low with a tri-ball, which was really dangerous at that moment.
To see this, or to be able to escape and to be able to chase.
And for some reason I forgot about the mega there. Because when he pushed me the last time, you know, I didn't actually recognize the timing there. But I knew the moment he wasn't going there anymore, so I kinda calculated that in my head.
There's 7 minutes left. k1llsen can absolutely start thinking about how to hold a perfect defensive game. Make sure you're prodding maybe a rail every 30 seconds.
And now, all I needed to do is try to get some restack. This rocket of his was like really good, you know, to keep me away, changing controls again. So he played that really well, being aware of my position there, and to hit actually. But yeah, I just have like both small armors, so now I kind of feel ready again to slowly go for him again. It's all about right now taking away his advantage. And he failed the rocket jump. So that actually changed moments.
He's gonna go for it anyway. LG locked coming out from k1llsen and another rocket.
Yeah, and you know, the weapon choice just been perfect there. Even, you know, he almost killed me again, but yeah, didn't matter. I knew again about my damage here I did to defend him a bit. And yeah, now it's fight for heavy. I know he's not having rail, no LG.
He's still got chances in this. He's got to keep working.
But again, you know, tri-ball, he made it really work, seriously. But then he expected me to be behind the block, you know, taking the small 25 HP bubble. But I stopped before. Basin, thanks for the gifted sub, man. And Jade, welcome to the k1llsen fam. Enjoy, man.
Maybe he's the God Slayer.
He had vision running here, so I had to be careful, but he had so much nails that moment. I was like, whoa, come on.
k1llsen 2-0 then. But this is the championship match. You've got to bring that skill you brought in the last 3 days. You've got to bring it back here.
And so far we haven't.
Yeah, I knew about that moment, you know, that I might be a bit quicker. I wanted, for some reason, like I knew about the green, but yeah, I would have liked to stop him like a little longer there. So I'm able to take green, I'm able to take this green and make stacks equal again, you know. That was like my main plan there. But I've been a bit early on the trigger.
And against k1llsen's got 5 wins against
yeah, perfect position to his. And yeah, because he tried to go for me, he missed out on the mega.
Coming back and showing that he's not afraid whatsoever, not going to let history repeat itself on any level. This is,
and I've just been trying to go for max damage there, and yeah, actually a bit lucky that he couldn't hit me.
That he I mean, like, Cooler is not someone that you would right? You necessarily want to dance in front of because he can't hit those rails. But I would
and yeah, you know, gotta keep going, play, you know, even it's a bit of a lame way. But as still, you know, I'm moving out of Nagan room, of course I do.
But honestly, because he's hitting his shots, it's working out for us.
Good ability damage there, like really good. 100 rocket.
k1llsen will back away, and that Cooler has to anyway because he's left with sub 70 HP. And again, k1llsen's buying himself.
And I knew he's gonna take the other green.
Which, I mean, each second's got to feel like a day.
Yeah, but even with that 5 frags, you know, you do.
And you know, I just waited for my moment there.
Every moment.
Perfect weapon choice to finish, and yeah, I'm in full control right now.
When the tables can turn, so you still have to be aspiring to play the most perfect game.
Thanks, Darth Vader. Thank you very much.
With what? Almost
you made it possible, guys. You are the ones that made it possible. Carrying me, you know?
Holding on to his shot. He doesn't want to miss it in case more damage returns his way. Rocket jump up. This is the rocket. Domination
spawn!
here from
Wow, got me
k1llsen. He
scared,
is yet
seriously.
to be fragged on Blood Run.
He is putting on a clinic right now, dude. I mean, this is not necessarily how I expected this game to go. Oh.
And that was the moment I knew
To
he
me, I
doesn't
feel
know
this is an evolution
what-
in k1llsen's
what he can do
gameplay.
now.
This is someone who's used to struggle a lot in closing out important matches, in closing out tournaments, and right now, I mean, it's making it look like a formality.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I don't know if k1llsen could taste it right now, but that's probably victory. That is that taste in his mouth right now. 9-0 though, you know, incredibly hard to make up that frag difference.
I thought I hit
on a
the
map,
ability better,
like
actually.
Blood Run.
Everything's been working for k1llsen.
But yeah,
and,
still
you know,
had the
I
upper
wonder
end
what's
here
happened
on
to
stack,
Cooler.
you know, with
I'm
the
trying
heavy
to
on my
figure out
back.
how to break down the actions that he's
Listen to
made.
him,
He's been
what he's about to do.
over-aggressive.
I
k1llsen's a very
only have to be
strong
careful he's
defensive
not
player.
rushing
It
me
feels
and
like
gets, you know, a clean kill.
he's bought some
So he's
strategies.
able
I don't
to
know
keep
how
going.
be crazy or someone and trying to apply it to k1llsen.
Cooler almost
Good
getting
amount
that
of damage
frag right
again
there,
to just
chasing through, not
defend.
gonna go
I
for
had
that
the teleporter
And
in my
you know,
back, so I
almost
knew
have to feel
I'll
like it
survive that
comes down
situation.
to adaptability,
That's why I
right? You
even
saw
went
in
for the last
early
rail
games,
shot
Cooler
there.
saying, I'm
And
gonna
it's
try
keeping
to
him low,
take,
right?
I'm gonna go aggressive. And
This was a really nice rail
just
shot by
didn't
Cooler.
work out, and that might actually be where, you know, the biggest downfall is right now. For
But yeah,
Cooler.
I know about the
Hard to
items,
say, but
like which
based
one
on
are
what
up,
I've seen
and
him,
which are his
doing
options
his
right
play,
now,
like,
you know,
that's
to
kinda
go
what
for.
it, appears to be.
I mean, I think
So
that
next is
the
Mega, that's
team
why I went
wouldn't
here.
necessarily be surprised
I
if
didn't
k1llsen
expect
win,
him
but
to
I think
come
they're
to
gonna
come
be
from that
surprised
side,
in the
so he
fashion
played
he's
that
won.
one super
Because
good.
there's a minute to go
And
you're
yeah,
looking at a
you know,
miracle.
he got like the full control right now because of this move.
We've seen miracles
So that
before
was like
in
really
Quake,
well
but,
played by him.
This one,
And yeah, I had to adjust again a bit, you know, to that, like how he went through situations now, and actually Tribald here just made it work.
Ladies and gentlemen, he competed here in the first Quake
All I gotta do is, you know,
2017.
yeah, play for not dying at all.
He wanted to, his own standard. And after
And
that
actually,
tournament,
yeah,
we
of
heard
course,
saying
this
by
moment I
many,
knew already,
I
like,
am going to be the best
I
in
made
this
it,
game.
I made
And
it.
here he
Because,
is 2
you know,
years
he can
later.
only do rocket
And dude,
jump. I
asked
will
him the
hear about
question,
rocket
has
jump.
he proven it?
And,
Is that
yeah.
what he is showing us right now?
I mean, I'm just thinking now, is it the beginning of an era? That's all I'm thinking. Is this something that's going to be a theme throughout the rest of the QuakeProLeague and all the seasons we've got to come?
Well, we can certainly say one thing, is that belt is gonna be labeled with k1llsen.
And we made it work, guys. We made it work, guys. Yeah, if, you know, even the feeling right now when I watch this is so.
That was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, k1llsen. Dude, your first QuakeCon final, you won in a convincing fashion, 3-0. You said 2 years ago after that tournament, I remember out there saying, I am gonna be someone in this game. And you were already someone, but you did it. You have done it here on the stage. You are obviously
Yeah, that-
emotional for all
guys,
the right
that
reasons
moment.
right now, but k1llsen,
Thank you
what
very
does
much,
that
man.
mean to you to,
Thank you
to
very
put
much,
your mind
guys.
to something, say, I am gonna do this, and then here you are accomplishing that.
I mean, this is pretty much the crown everyone wants to have once in his career at least. And yeah, you know, being here, getting started into the tournament, still having a little bit of a sick, I didn't know, like, can I really do this? Like, all the pressure I also put on myself because I do want to go far, right? And yeah, you know, making it happen, being here in the grand final already, like, being a big dream actually. And yeah, been here 4 times overall, and now I made it happen. And yeah, winning this tournament. It's, you know, what can I say?
I have to ask because there's not a whole lot of people that could say I 3-0'd Cooler in a final.
Your focus, guys. Your focus.
Did that surprise you?
Actually, I did. Yeah, I felt like it should have gone like more close, but for some reason, it felt like he didn't felt as comfortable as he wanted to be. But I also adjusted my game a little bit. I remembered the game we had in the ranking, and yeah, adapted to it a little more. Been thinking about what can I do better, and yeah, it paid off in the end, and here we are.
This is the kickoff, right? The QuakeProLeague Season 1 kickoff.
Thank you,
And that
guys.
means that we got a whole year of Quake.
Yeah,
to
you
look
can
forward
relax
to.
now. Yeah,
But
you can tank up
and I like it. I
energy
wanna ask
for
you, he
our
said,
next
is
challenges.
this the beginning of an era, right? Is this the beginning of k1llsen's name being up there as a Quake champion?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, I always told my chat, give me your focus. They gave me focus. We made it. You know, just keep giving me your focus, and we can make it far for sure. And I'm gonna keep, you know, trying my best, giving my best, you know, how much I can, and, you know, get into the competitions.
Well, we have one little order of business, sir, and that is to give you this amazing QuakeProLeague. You will be the first name engraved on this belt.
The tournament, you mean, Phoenix?
Potentially holding it at QuakeCon 2020, but you deserved it. k1llsen, this is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, k1llsen!
That's me, right? Fuck, guys. That is me.
Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, we made it, guys. We fucking made it. Okay.